What do you really know about betrayal in the world of the mafia? On an island where silence was sacred, one man dared to break it, not out of bravery, but out of desperation. His name was Lorenzo Conti, and his story is one of greed, fear, and a miracle that nobody could explain. Sit back. This is not a legend. This really happened. Posture 1. The Banker of Palermo. Lorenzo Conti was not a gangster. He was a banker. Clean suit, shiny shoes, perfect smile. But in Palermo, even bankers had dirt on their hands. In the 1970s, the mafia didn't just control the streets, they owned the banks. They laundered millions through fake companies, and Lorenzo was their golden bridge. He told himself he was only helping clients, but deep down, he knew who those men really were. One night, as he closed his office, he found a letter under the door. No name, just a single line.
"You've taken what isn't yours."
He froze. That week, Lorenzo had skimmed a small percentage, thinking no one would notice. But the mafia always notices. Part 2. The Deal with the Devil. When the men came for him, they didn't shout. They smiled, the kind of smile that made your blood turn cold. They brought him to Don Carmine, one of the most feared bosses in Sicily. Carmine sat behind a wooden desk, carving an apple with a small knife.
"You stole from me, Lorenzo. That's a sin I can forgive, if you make it worth my while."
Instead of killing him, the Don offered a deal. Help move millions of lire through Swiss accounts, and his mistake would be forgotten. If not, his family would pay. Lorenzo agreed, but at that very moment, he decided something insane. He would rob the mafia itself. Part 3. The Hidden Account. Lorenzo began transferring money to Switzerland, but he opened a secret account under a false name. Every week, he siphoned a few thousand lire. He told himself it was revenge, but it was really greed. He became obsessed with numbers, codes, offshore transfers. His wife noticed he barely slept. His hands shook when he held his morning espresso. One night, his phone rang. A voice whispered,
"We know what you're doing."
He smashed the receiver, his breath quick. But the next morning, nothing happened. Days turned to weeks. Maybe, just maybe, he had fooled them. Part 4. The Priest and the Confession. Unable to bear the guilt, Lorenzo went to confession. The small church was empty, candlelight flickering on old stone. He whispered through the wooden screen,
"Father, I have sinned. I've stolen from men who kill."
The priest's silence lasted too long. Then came a calm voice.
"My son, I know who you are. Leave this island before the blood calls your name."
When Lorenzo looked through the screen, the priest was gone. Only his rosary remained, still swinging. He ran home trembling. The next day, that same church was found, burned to the ground. Part 5. The Escape. Lorenzo took his wife and son, packed what he could, and drove toward Messina. His plan, take the first ferry to the mainland and disappear forever. But as he approached the port, he saw 2 black cars in the mirror. They were following. His son asked,
"Papa, are we going on vacation?"
He didn't answer. Gunshots broke the silence. Tires screeched. He swerved off the road, into the sea. The car sank. Water filled his lungs. Then, darkness. Part 6. The Miracle. Days later, fishermen found Lorenzo unconscious on a small beach miles away. His family was gone. The police said it was impossible. The currents would have pulled him far out. When he woke, he muttered only one word:
Forgive.
He vanished soon after, living under a false name somewhere in northern Italy. But strange things began happening. Mafia accounts started being drained. Little by little, no one could trace the money. Part 7. The Legend of Lorenzo. Years later, rumors spread in Palermo. Someone was stealing from the Mafia again. Always small amounts, but always clean, untraceable. They called him Il Fantasma, the ghost. Some said Lorenzo Conti still walked among them. Others believed he died and became a myth. But those who lost money remembered his name. And when Don Carmine died, a note was found in his safe.
You took what wasn't yours.
If you made it this far, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support keeps these stories alive. Because in Sicily, silence used to mean safety, but not anymore.